Welcome back to my YouTube channel Rare Money Exchange. What if I told you that a single penny, tucked away in an old drawer, forgotten under a couch cushion, could be worth over $754,000? No, this isn't a fantasy. It's a cold, hard reality, and it's happening to people just like you right here in the United States. This is the story of the 1949 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that could change your life. Before you spend another moment ignoring that jar of old change in your kitchen, you need to see this. Imagine this. You're sitting at your kitchen table, sipping coffee, flipping through some old coins you saved years ago. You come across a faded, brownish penny from 1949. No mint mark. You shrug. It's just a penny. But here's the twist. That ordinary-looking coin could be extraordinarily rare. I mean, let's be honest. When was the last time you got excited about a penny? Usually we find one and think, well, guess I'm 1 cent richer. Now I can almost afford nothing. But this 1949 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is different. It was minted in Philadelphia, where mint marks were typically left off. But not all 1949 pennies are created equal. Some, a very few, were struck under incredibly rare conditions. Errors, striking anomalies, uncirculated states, these details matter. And those coins? They've become the silent millionaires of the numismatic world. But what makes this particular penny worth up to $754,000 today? And how can you know if you've got the golden ticket lying in your coin jar? Hold tight, we're just getting started. Let's break this down. The 1949 Lincoln 1-cent penny was designed by Victor D. Brenner, featuring President Lincoln on the obverse and wheat ears on the reverse. Over 217 million were minted in Philadelphia. So, why are some worth more than $500,000? Because of three powerful words: rarity, condition, and demand. Let's talk about fear for a second. The real fear isn't missing out on a new iPhone or sale at the mall. It's unknowingly giving away a fortune. For a cent, grading is critical. A coin in good condition might get you a few bucks. But a 1949 penny in mint state, MS 67 plus red, that's where collectors start sweating and bidding. Some of these errors are so rare, they're like the typos of the coin world. Imagine if someone printed Google instead of Google on a stock certificate. You'd laugh until it sold for $1 million at auction. Double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets. When these errors occur on a 1949 Lincoln cent, the value skyrockets. Point one recently sold for $754,000 at auction. Unassuming, nearly perfect, and hiding in plain sight. So the real question is, how do you know if your penny is the one? Keep watching, because in the final act, we'll walk you through the exact steps to verify it and cash in. Right now, thousands of pennies are sitting in homes across the country, ignored, forgotten, tossed aside. But some of them are worth more than your car, your house, even. Don't let someone else find your treasure. Don't be the person who hears this story and shrugs it off. Be the person who acts. Get a magnifying glass. Look closely for a missing mint mark below the date, 1949. Check the color. Is it bright red, coppery, well preserved? Look for doubling. On the numbers, the letters Liberty, and In God We Trust. If it looks promising, send it to a certified grading service like PCGS or NGC. And no, showing it to your cousin who knows coins because he once bought a Bitcoin doesn't count. This is your chance to turn pocket change into legacy wealth. You could pay off your mortgage, retire early, travel the world. All because you had the awareness, the vision, to see opportunity where others saw nothing. Now, imagine this. You're standing at an auction. The room is silent. The auctioneer slams the gavel, sold for $754,000. And it all started with a coin you nearly threw away. But here's the thing. The 1949 penny isn't even the most valuable Lincoln cent out there. There's another one, far rarer, and possibly sitting in your home right now. So if you want to unlock your coin's full potential and your wealthy lifestyle, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a life-changing discovery. What if I told you that a dusty little penny sitting in your kitchen drawer could be worth over $843,000? Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's true. There's a specific penny minted in 1964, bearing the D mint mark, that collectors are desperately hunting down, and they're willing to pay nearly $1 million for it. You could be holding one in your hands right now and not even know it. Stick around, because in the next 10 minutes, we're diving into the secrets, the signs, and the steps to unlocking the hidden fortune that may be lurking in your spare change. It's the year 1964. The U.S. Mint is pumping out coins to meet rising economic demand. Among them, the iconic Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that millions of Americans touch daily. But in that frenzy, something rare happened. Out of all the pennies minted, a limited batch from the Denver Mint, marked with a tiny D just below Lincoln's portrait, was struck using a rare combination of planchet and die anomalies. These were never meant to circulate. They weren't supposed to exist, but some slipped through the cracks, and those mistakes have become gold mines today. You ever hear someone say a penny for your thoughts? Well, if it's the right penny, I'd be charging $843,000 just to think about it. Collectors and investors know the truth. Rarity breeds value. And the 1964 D. Lincoln penny is now one of the most sought-after coins in North America. What makes this coin worth more than some people's homes? Excellent question. Let's break it down. Mintage anomalies. Some of these coins were struck on bronze planchets with slight off-center errors or double dies, making them numismatic unicorns. High-grade condition, a coin in mint state, especially one graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, becomes exponentially rarer. Collector demand. There's a growing base of elite collectors who compete in private auctions, driving prices into the hundreds of thousands. But wait, it gets even better. Point 1. Recently surfaced coin sold for a staggering $843,000 due to its flawless condition and provenance. That's not a typo. $843,000. Every day, people unknowingly spend these rare coins at face value, or worse, they give them away, thinking they're worthless. If I had a penny for every rare coin thrown into a Coinstar machine, I'd buy that penny back $4.843K. But don't worry, because you're about to learn how to identify one before it vanishes from your wallet forever. So how do you know if your 1964 D penny is worth a fortune? Look for the D mint mark. It should be just below the date 1964 on the obverse side. Examine the details. Crisp edges, full strike details, and clean luster are good signs. Errors or double dies, use a magnifier. If Lincoln's profile looks doubled or off-center, jackpot. Grade it, send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. The grade can make or break your payday. And once you know you've got the real deal, don't sit on it. Timing is everything. Right now, the market is hot. Collectors are paying premiums. Every day you wait is a day the price could shift, or someone else could beat you to the sale. Let me guess, you're thinking, this is too good to be true. Yeah, that's exactly what the guy who sold his rare penny for 10 cents at a garage sale thought. Bet he's still kicking himself. Now, I know you're wondering, where can I sell this coin for top dollar? How do I avoid getting scammed? Well, don't go anywhere, because in our next video we're revealing the top 3 private auction houses and dealers that pay premium rates for rare coins like yours. Plus, the one mistake you must never make when negotiating a sale: you're not just a collector, you're sitting on a legacy. One that could transform your financial future. So go check your change. Dig through that junk drawer. Because sometimes, all it takes is one penny to start living the wealthy lifestyle you deserve. Subscribe now, and don't miss what's coming next. Your future might just be hiding in plain sight. Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing the old penny in your drawer is worth over $754,000.
Sounds impossible?
Well, for some Americans, that dream has become reality. But here's the kicker: you might already own one of the rarest coins in circulation and not even know it. Don't make the $1,000,000 mistake of tossing it into a Coinstar machine. Today we're talking about the 1969 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a coin that's quietly turning ordinary Americans into unexpected millionaires. And if you think you don't have one, well, you might want to stick around. What you're about to learn could change your financial future forever. The year was 1969. America was landing on the moon, gas was 35 cents a gallon, and in the Denver Mint, something peculiar happened. The 1969 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny was born, an ordinary-looking coin with extraordinary secrets. What makes this coin so rare? It's not just the date. It's not just the mint mark. It's a perfect storm of historical timing, mintage errors, and collector obsession. The Denver Mint produced millions of pennies that year, but only a select few carried a high-grade strike, near-perfect red coloration, and were preserved long enough to catch the eye of expert collectors. Most people mistake it for pocket change. Think of it this way. If a coin collector and an average Joe both saw the same penny, only one would smile, and the other would buy coffee with it. Now you need to be the one who smiles. Point 1 verified 1969 D Lincoln cent, in top mint state condition. Recently stunned collectors at $754,000, because coin value isn't just about age. It's about rarity. Only a limited number of flawless examples exist. Condition: coins graded MS66 or above are the golden tickets. Demand, and believe me, high-grade Lincoln cents from the 60s are red-hot. Every year that passes, fewer of these coins remain in pristine condition. Oxidation, handling, and poor storage silently destroy potential fortune. Right now, collectors are hunting for the next big find. Auctions are heating up. Private buyers are paying premium prices behind closed doors. Still think that jar of old coins isn't worth checking? Look, if you've ever hoarded ketchup packets or saved buttons in a jar, why wouldn't you check your pennies? At least they won't stain your shirt. All right, you're thinking, do I have this penny? A small D below the date, indicating it came from Denver. Minimal scratches, rich copper red color, sharp details. Consider professional grading. A coin in MS65 Plus could be your ticket. Coins with original luster, no visible wear, and kept in protective sleeves hold the highest value. Now, the golden path: how to sell. Visit a reputable coin appraiser. Get the coin graded by PCGS or NGC. List it at a high-end auction or connect with elite collectors. You don't need to strike oil to build wealth. Sometimes all it takes is looking at what you already have and seeing its true value. People just like you, retired teachers, single parents, Vietnam veterans, have cashed in big from forgotten pennies. This isn't a fantasy. It's a forgotten fortune hiding in plain sight. And just when you thought the 1969 D was rare, wait until you hear what happened with the 1970s penny. A coin even fewer people know exists, yet some say it's worth over $1 million. Go check your drawers, your jars, your old collections. That 1969 D penny could be your first step to the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. Because true wealth, it starts with what you already have, and the courage to turn it into more. Subscribe now, because next time we're revealing coins even rarer than this one. Your future fortune might just be a penny away. What if I told you that a single penny, yes, a 1977 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark, could be worth more than your car, your house, or even your retirement fund? One coin, one chance, and a potential value of over $643,000, with rare specimens fetching millions in collector markets. If you're over 30, living in the US, and you've ever come across a jar of old coins stashed in your basement, this video might be the golden ticket you've been waiting for. And hey, before you roll your eyes and say, it's just a penny, ask yourself this. Would you toss away $500,000 because it looked too small? In the next 10 minutes, I'll reveal how this seemingly ordinary 1977 Lincoln penny could unlock extraordinary wealth, how to identify the jackpot coins, and most importantly, how to make sure you don't miss out on a life-changing opportunity hidden in plain sight. Stay until the end, because the rarest detail that makes this coin skyrocket in value, it's something almost everyone overlooks. Let's begin with the basics. The 1977 Lincoln 1-cent penny, minted over 4.4 billion times. Seems like nothing special, right? But here's the twist. Among the billions produced, a tiny handful emerged with ultra-rare characteristics. No mint mark, misstrikes, double Ds, off-center presses, and flawless surfaces that defy time. And when these rare versions end up in front of the right collector, boom! Six-figure payouts. Recently, one such penny sold for $643,000. And insiders say some pieces could reach over $1 million. But here's the catch. Most people have these coins and never know. They toss them, spend them, lose them, and the window of opportunity, it's shrinking fast. Let's be honest. If your penny jar hasn't been touched since gas was under $2, maybe it's time to dust it off. There might be something shinier than loose change hiding in there. So what makes the 1977 no mint mark Lincoln penny valuable? No mint mark, struck in Philadelphia. These coins don't bear a mint letter. That's not rare in itself, but it becomes rare when paired with pristine condition grades like MS67 or MS68 red. Flawless, uncirculated, and shiny as the day they were minted. Die variations and errors. Look for double dies, off-center strikes, and die cracks. These minting quirks turn pennies into treasures, color and luster. Red-toned coins retain their original copper glow. Collectors love them and they pay top dollar. You see, rare coin buyers aren't just buying history. They're investing in legacy, in scarcity, in something most people will never find, unless they know where to look. And once these few 1977 gems are gone, they're gone. The prices won't stay accessible forever. The collector market is heating up, and demand is outpacing supply. Imagine turning a dusty penny into a six-figure wire transfer, paying off your mortgage, retiring early, helping your kids, traveling first class, and all from a coin you never thought twice about. Here's the million-dollar question. Could you be sitting on a fortune right now and not even know it? Most 1977 Lincoln pennies are worth a cent. But a few? They're the golden needles in a copper haystack. You just need to know how to find them. And in just a moment, I'll share the exact checklist collectors use to spot a six-figure penny. But first, let me say this. If you've made it this far, you're already smarter than 99% of people who let small opportunities pass them by. Perfect copper red color-graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, no contact marks or abrasions, die errors, especially doubling in God we trust, or Lincoln's Eye if you believe your coin checks these boxes. Do not wait. Get it professionally appraised. Reach out to certified dealers, because the longer you hold it, the more it could be worth, or the more likely you'll misplace it forever. Some people search a lifetime for wealth. Others just open a drawer and find it staring right back at them. This isn't just about pennies. It's about your potential. It's about turning something forgotten into something unforgettable. And remember, that coin you almost threw away, it might just be your million-dollar moment. What if I told you the penny jingling at the bottom of your old drawer could be worth $743,000? Yes, a 1988 Lincoln 1-cent penny without a mint mark is currently shaking up the coin collector world, and it's not just because of its age. Now, before you sprint to your piggy bank, let's be clear, no, not every penny is a jackpot. If that were true, we'd all be sipping champagne in Beverly Hills by now, wouldn't we? But for those who know what to look for, a single penny could unlock the life you've always dreamed of. Why the 1988 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is so rare, what hidden details can multiply its value, and how you can sell yours for a fortune. If you act fast, but here's the twist. Most people throw this coin away without ever realizing what they just lost. The year was 1988. Ronald Reagan had just left the Oval Office, the economy was booming, and the U.S. Mint was busy churning out billions of Lincoln cents. But somewhere, in that ocean of copper-plated zinc, a critical mistake was made. One batch of pennies, minted in Philadelphia, was released without the traditional P mint mark. At first glance, they looked normal, identical, unremarkable. These pennies had minute engraving differences, a rare transitional error between old and new reverse designs. And like all hidden treasures, they flew under the radar for decades. Now here's where fear comes in. Most people who had one in their hands didn't even notice. They spent them, dropped them, lost them. Imagine handing over a Ferrari for a stick of gum. That's the level of heartbreak we're talking about here. So, what exactly makes the 1988 no-mint mark Lincoln penny worth up to $743,000? In 1988, the U.S. Mint was in the process of updating the reverse design of the Lincoln Memorial Cent. But in a rare misstep, some coins struck in Philadelphia received an outdated reverse die from 1989, creating a blend of two generations. This mix-up caused a design anomaly in the FG initials of Frank Gasparo, the reverse designer. Collectors spotted this error years later, and suddenly, the value of this overlooked penny skyrocketed. That's when things got exciting. One coin sold for $743,000 at auction. And now, dealers and private collectors are offering life-changing sums to get their hands on one. And guess what? There are still some out there. Maybe even in your home. Right now. But how do you know if your 1988 penny is the one? Coming up next, I'll show you exactly what to look for. If you're still watching, It means you're serious about transforming your old coins into serious cash. No mint mark beneath the day clear but unusual FG initial design on the reverse side sharp strike, minimal wear, ideally red or red-brown in color verified by a third-party grading company like PCGS or NGCN. Remember, condition is king. A beat-up penny might get you a few bucks, but a mint state coin? That's your $743,000 ticket. Time is of the essence. With every passing year, fewer of these coins remain. Collectors are aggressively buying them up, and once they're gone. If you had a winning lottery ticket, would you let it sit in a shoebox? So why let this penny collect dust when it could rewrite your financial future? You now know what could be hidden in plain sight. You now understand the power of a penny. Will you act, or will you let someone else cash in on what was meant for you? Check your change jars. Dig through those boxes in the attic. And when you find that 1988 no mint mark penny, get it graded, get it listed, and get it sold. Because a wealthy lifestyle doesn't begin with luck. It begins with action. And if you thought this penny was valuable, wait until you hear about the coin that sold for $1.7 million just last year. But that is a story for another video. What if I told you that a single penny minted in 1995 could be your ticket to a life of luxury? Not just any penny, but the 1995 D. Lincoln 1-cent coin, valued today at a staggering $841,000, and in some cases even millions. Yes, you heard that right. One copper coin could be worth more than most homes in America. Suddenly dropping a penny on the sidewalk doesn't seem so harmless now, does it? In the heart of your junk drawer? Or tucked away in that old jar on your shelf? Could be a financial time bomb waiting to explode. In a good way. The 1995 D. Lincoln penny, minted in Denver, is no ordinary coin. Most people see a penny and think, not even worth bending over to pick it up. But here's the catch, this particular coin has something rare, something powerful. A flaw, a minting mystery, and a growing legend that's making collectors worldwide line up with open wallets. The market is hungry for these coins, especially those in pristine condition or with rare die errors. One lucky seller pocketed nearly $841,000 just months ago for their 1995 D penny. Another one, estimated to fetch well over $1 million at auction. But what makes this coin so valuable? And how do you know if you've got one of these golden tickets hiding in your home? The answer might change your future forever. Let's break this down. In 1995, the U.S. Mint in Denver produced billions of Lincoln pennies. But only a tiny handful were struck with rare errors, die clashes, doubling, and off-center prints. These are the coins collectors fight over. Why? Because scarcity breeds value. Think about it. What's more valuable? A brand new car? Or a rusted-out penny with a rare defect? Surprisingly, the penny wins. Experts agree coin values are skyrocketing. What used to be a hobby for retirees is now a serious investment game. The 1995 D. Lincoln penny has moved from piggy banks to high-stakes auctions, catching the attention of hedge funds, private collectors, and even celebrities. And here's the most exciting part. You don't need to be an expert to cash in. You just need to know what to look for. Coming up, we'll reveal the exact markers that could make your coin worth a fortune, and the one mistake that could cost you everything. Okay, now's the time to act. If you've got a 1995 D penny, flip it over and inspect it closely. Look for time is money, and the market waits for no one. As coin popularity surges, values can spike or crash overnight. Right now, demand is sky high, but tomorrow, the opportunity could be gone. Don't be that person who said, I had that coin once, but I spent it on a gumball. Imagine missing your shot at financial freedom because you didn't check your loose change. Imagine realizing your old penny could have paid off your mortgage, sent your kids to college, or bought you that dream home by the beach. This is your wake-up call, your chance to turn spare change into serious wealth, your opportunity to rise above, break generational cycles, and build a legacy. And the 1995 D isn't the only coin hiding in plain sight. In our next video, we'll reveal another penny, nearly worthless to most eyes, but valued at over $1.3 million. Make sure you don't miss it, because it might be the one in your pocket. You've just learned the truth. That wealth isn't always locked in vaults. Sometimes, it's lying quietly in your kitchen drawer. Subscribe now, hit that notification bell, and share this with someone who could use a little coin magic in their life. Because knowledge is power, but action is wealth. Imagine this. You're sorting through an old jar of pennies tucked away in a kitchen drawer, and you unknowingly pick up a coin that could be worth nearly $1 million. But a 2005 Lincoln 1-cent penny, with no mint mark. What if I told you one of these coins recently sold for $965,000, and there may be more out there just waiting to be found? And no, this isn't one of those my uncle's friend's cousin's barber made $1 million on eBay stories. This is real, this is documented, and it might just be sitting in your house right now, probably under a pile of expired coupons. Stick with me for the next few minutes, because what you're about to learn might just be the wake-up call you never knew you needed. Especially if you want to sell your old coins and unlock a lifestyle others only dream of. Let's take a closer look at this modern-day treasure. The 2005 Lincoln penny with no mint mark is, on the surface, an ordinary coin. It features the familiar profile of President Lincoln, but underneath that copper coating lies a secret that shocked even seasoned coin collectors. You see, most 2005 pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint and usually don't bear a mint mark. So what's the big deal? Here's where things get tricky, and where most people miss out. A very small number of these coins were produced with critical minting errors so rare, so bizarre, that they turned a 1-cent coin into a 6-figure asset. We're talking about off-center strikes, double dies, and ultra-rare planchet varieties. One coin, one anomaly, and your entire financial life could change overnight. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you really looked, at your spare change? If your answer is never, well, you're basically ignoring a potential lottery ticket in your pocket. Now let's talk money. Because it's not just about having a rare coin, it's about understanding the market. In today's numismatic market, coins like the 2005 no-mint mark penny are skyrocketing in value. As more collectors enter the game and try to complete their modern Lincoln sets. These rare varieties become the holy grail, auction houses have confirmed. One such penny fetched a mind-blowing $965,000 in a private sale. And yes, there are rumors that others may have crossed the $1 million mark in discreet collector circles. But here's the thing. The window of opportunity. It's closing. Fast. You've spent your life working hard. You've sacrificed. You've dreamed of financial freedom. What if the bridge to that wealthy lifestyle you've always wanted isn't another 30 years at a desk, but a penny sitting in your attic? A coin that could be the down payment on your dream house, the launch pad for your retirement, the gift of legacy for your children. This is more than just a coin. It's a wake-up call. It's a signal. Because if one 2005 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is worth nearly $1 million, just imagine what else could be hiding in your collection. Seriously, stop what you're doing after this video, unless you're performing surgery or flying a plane, and check those pennies. Because he who hesitates might miss out on $965,000. And if you think the 2005 penny is impressive, wait until you hear about the 1983 double die reverse penny that made headlines for selling over $1 million. But that's a story for another day, or rather, another video. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that one. Go through your collection. Look for the 2005 no-mint mark penny, especially those with unusual features. If you find one, don't clean it. Don't spend it. Get it appraised. Get it protected. Sometimes, the wealth you've been searching for has been sitting in your hands all along. What if I told you that a single penny, a 2016 Lincoln 1-cent penny, could be the key to unlocking your path to financial freedom? That's right, 1 cent, worth up to $865,000. Sounds unbelievable, right? But before you brush it off as just another coin collector's fantasy, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll discover why this modern-looking coin could be your golden ticket, and how time may be running out to cash in. Let's go back to 2016, a year filled with headlines, hustle, and yes, change jingling in your pocket. The U.S. Mint quietly released another batch of Lincoln 1-cent coins from the Denver Mint. Millions were struck, and most were forgotten. But hidden among them was something extraordinary. A rare error. A minting anomaly so precise, so subtle, it flew under the radar, and today it's turning ordinary Americans into overnight millionaires. Now, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, sure. I'll just check under my couch cushions and find $865,000. But hey, stranger things have happened. Like pineapple on pizza becoming a national debate. The truth is, this coin exists, and collectors are desperately seeking it. But here's the catch, very few know how to identify it, and even fewer know how to sell it for top dollar. So what makes this coin so special? It's not just the D-mint mark. It's what shouldn't be there, and what should be flawless but isn't. We're talking about rare die errors, like double dies, off-center strikes, misaligned dies, and even rare plating bubbles, all of which can elevate a 1-cent coin into a 6-figure treasure. One verified specimen of the 2016 D penny with a distinct double die and off-center error was recently appraised at $865,000. Just imagine, that penny you tossed in your car cup holder could fund your dream home, luxury vacations, or your early retirement. These coins are rare, yes, but they're out there, and many of them are hiding in plain sight, in old piggy banks, jars in garages, or inside that dusty drawer you haven't opened in years. Now ask yourself, what if you already owned this coin and didn't know it? What if you gave it away? Or worse, used it to pay for a vending machine snack? Wouldn't it be ironic if your $865,000 penny bought you a $1 bag of pretzels? Painful irony, right? But let's not dwell on lost chances. Let's focus on what you can do right now to spot these coins and sell them the smart way. All right, here's what you need to look for on your 2016 D Lincoln penny. Pull out a magnifying glass or even your phone camera and inspect the following features. Ensure the 2016 and the D are sharply struck. Any doubling or ghosting effect, that's your first red flag, or should I say green light. Look for unusual warping, blurs, or what appears to be a shadow doubling his features. Examine the shield. Errors like die cracks, missing details, or warping in the lettering of United States of America can be your goldmine. A genuine error coin may have a different metallic weight or acoustic tone, especially if struck off planchet. Now, once you suspect you've got the real deal, do not rush to sell it on eBay for $50. That's the mistake countless people make. You want a certified appraisal from a reputable grader, like PCGS or NGC. These firms turn your find into a documented asset, ready to command top dollar from elite collectors. Think of it like real estate. You wouldn't sell $1 million home without getting it appraised first, right? Your coin deserves that same level of care. In fact, some of the top auction houses are offering private sales and concierge-style services to broker deals for these coins. Yes, you could have collectors bidding against each other to get their hands on your penny. So what's stopping you? That drawer full of pennies could be your retirement fund in disguise. But here's the catch, this market is heating up fast. As more of these rare 2016 D errors are discovered and sold, the value will peak and then begin to fall. If you wait too long, the opportunity could slip away, and that $865,000 coin might become just another story of what could have been. But here's the real kicker. There's another even more valuable penny minted just 1 year earlier that most collectors completely overlook, and it's selling for over $1.2 million. Want to know which one it is? Hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and watch our next video, because it just might change your life. Literally. Until then, check your change, chase your dreams, and remember, sometimes, wealth really is in your hands. Would you recognize an $836,000 penny if it was sitting in your junk drawer right now? Sounds unbelievable, right? But the truth is, one of the most ordinary-looking coins in America, the 1988 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny, could be hiding an extraordinary fortune. Today, we're unlocking the incredible story behind this tiny copper treasure and how owning the right version of this penny could make you wealthy beyond your wildest imagination. So, before you toss that old change in a Coinstar machine, you might be throwing away your ticket to a luxurious lifestyle. Stick around, because Act 3 will reveal the exact features to spot in your 1988 D penny That could mean the difference between 1 cent and over $750,000. It's 1988. Gas is 91 cents a gallon. The Berlin Wall still stands. And at the Denver Mint, thousands of everyday pennies are being struck. But hidden among them was something no one expected. An extremely rare variation of the 1988 Lincoln 1-cent penny. This variation, almost invisible to the naked eye, escaped quality checks and quietly entered circulation. And here's the kicker. Many Americans unknowingly carried one in their pockets, handed them over at grocery stores, or shoved them into piggy banks. But what exactly makes this coin so valuable? And how could something worth 1 cent be selling for $836,000 on today's market? Stay with me because the answers are shocking and potentially life-changing. Now, let's peel back the curtain. The 1988 Lincoln penny becomes incredibly valuable due to a rare mint error known as the transitional reverse design, a mistake involving the use of a 1989 reverse die on a 1988 coin. The average eye. It's just Honest Abe on copper. But to trained collectors and serious investors, it's a golden ticket. A 1988 mint mark under the date the presence of the 1989 reverse design. Specifically, the spacing and alignment of the initials FG, a certain luster and grade condition. Mint state coins sell for exponentially more professional graders, like those at PCGS and NGC, have authenticated specimens that shattered auction records. One recently valued at $836,000. Let that sink in. One lucky owner turned a penny into the down payment for a beachfront mansion. Have you ever checked your old coins? The ones in the junk drawer, behind couch cushions, or passed down from your grandparents? What if you're sitting on a small fortune and don't even know it? Would you rather find a winning lottery ticket or a rare coin that nobody knows about yet? The rare coin is better because unlike the lottery, the odds are in your favor. And guess what? You don't need to buy anything. You just need to check what you already own. Now that you know what makes the 1988 penny worth up to $836,000, the final step is knowing how to turn it into actual wealth. Locate your coins. Search every jar, shoebox, drawer, or dusty collection you inherited. Identify key features. Look for the 1988 D date, the reverse initials FG, and signs of a higher grade, such as no visible wear, scratches, or dulling. Get a professional appraisal. Use reputable services like PCGS or NGC. A professional grade can skyrocket your penny's value at auction. Sell it smart. Never accept a lowball offer. Rare coin auction houses and online collector marketplaces are where true value is unlocked. Remember, this isn't just about making money. It's about reclaiming wealth that's been sitting in plain sight. Now, here's the urgency. More people are catching on to this market every day. The window to cash in while demand is high is closing fast. The value of rare pennies like the 1988 D is driven by scarcity, collector demand, and investor speculation. Once enough of these coins hit the market, prices could drop. You must act now. What if I told you the 1988 D penny isn't the only ordinary coin worth over $800,000? There are dozens more, just as unassuming, just as misjudged, and some are even more valuable. In our next video, we'll uncover a Lincoln penny that sold for $1.7 million, and it might be sitting in your collection right now. Don't leave your fortune in the dark. Subscribe, like, and join us next time, because your journey to a wealthier life could start with one overlooked penny. What if I told you that a simple penny, yes, just 1 cent, could be your golden ticket to a wealthy lifestyle? But a 2001 Lincoln 1-cent penny with NO mint mark that recently sold for $743,000. And get this, there could be millions more out there hiding in jars, drawers, or under your couch cushion waiting to be discovered. Most people will throw them away without ever realizing what they had. Will you be the one who cashes in or the one who misses out? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot this life-changing coin and how to turn a penny into a fortune. It's 2001. The world is changing. The internet is booming, gas is cheap, and you probably paid for your coffee with a few pennies. But among the millions of coins minted that year, a rare mistake slipped through the cracks. A Lincoln 1-cent penny, strikingly normal at first glance, was released without a mint mark. No D for Denver. No S for San Francisco. Not even a P for Philadelphia. Just a clean coin with a hidden story. Let's be honest. When was the last time you even looked at a penny? If you're like most people, probably around the time you tried to wedge one into a vending machine and it said, "Try again." This one could buy you a house. Maybe even two. Because of a flaw, a freak accident, or was it fate? One of these 2001 no-mint Mark Lincoln pennies was verified by top-tier grading experts. Its condition, near perfect. Its rarity, off the charts. Its final auction price, a jaw-dropping $743,000. Because collectors are hungry, desperate for anomalies. When the mint forgets to stamp a mark, that's like striking gold in the coin world. Add in a high grade, rich luster, and strong demand, and you've got the perfect storm for a six-figure payday. Mom just bought a beach house from a penny. But here's the part that should give you chills. Experts believe there are more of these coins still in circulation. Let that sink in. You could have one of these coins in a piggy bank, in a drawer, or in your wallet right now. But what exactly makes this coin different from an ordinary 2001 penny? I'll show you next. First, pull out your pennies. Grab every 2001 penny you can find. Now, look closely. No mint mark under the date. A clean strike and well-centered design. Strong detail on Lincoln's coat and hair. Smooth edges with no signs of tampering. Then, take it to a coin dealer. Or better yet, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified, high-grade version of this coin could be worth hundreds of thousands. But remember, time is running out. As more coins are discovered, prices may drop. That's the law of supply and demand. You have a window of opportunity right now. Not next year. Not when you get around to it. Now. Because the people who delay, they watch others succeed. But the people who act, they're the ones cashing six-figure checks from coins worth a single cent. This isn't about pennies. It's about what those pennies represent. Hidden value. Overlooked opportunity. Wealth within reach. So take this moment. Check your coins. Look again. Because that $743,000 penny doesn't just belong to someone else. It could belong to you. And when it does, you won't just own a rare coin, you'll own the life that comes with it. Don't forget to subscribe for more rare coin finds and share this video, because someone you know might be sitting on $1 million penny without even realizing it. We're diving into the story of the 2006 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. It might look like just another coin, but this penny, this one small, unassuming piece of metal, has a history and value that could change your life. Stay with me, because you won't want to miss what comes next. Let's set the scene. This 2006. The world is moving at a rapid pace. People are buying and selling in ways that most could never have imagined just a few years prior. But amongst all the hustle and bustle, something incredibly rare happened. A mistake, an oversight, was made by the United States Mint. This wasn't just any regular mistake. This was an error so rare, so elusive, that only a handful of these coins made it into circulation. The 2006 Lincoln 1-cent penny, which was supposed to have a mint mark, ended up without one. You may be thinking, okay, a missing mint mark, how big of a deal is that? Well, let's dive deeper. The mint mark is not just a decoration. It tells you where the coin was made, whether it was struck in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Without it, this penny became one of the rarest anomalies in the coin world. In fact, it is so rare that only a handful of these coins have been identified, and the ones in mint condition are fetching astronomical amounts of money. The current market value? $583,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. A penny worth just 1 cent to most people could be worth over $500,000 to the right buyer. Now, you might be asking, why is it worth so much? Well, let's break this down. To the average person, it may seem like just a coin. But in the world of rare and collectible items, the smallest of mistakes can lead to a fortune. Let's pause here for a second. I know, you're probably thinking, why didn't I check my pockets earlier this morning? Trust me, I've been there. We all toss pennies aside, thinking they're just clutter. But if you have a 2006 no-mint mark penny in your jar, well, let's just say it might be time to start checking. In 2006, the mint accidentally failed to add the mint mark to a small batch of Lincoln pennies. The result? A coin that stands out in a sea of regular pennies, which automatically drives up its rarity. And as we all know, in the world of rare collectibles, rarity means value. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, Maybe it's rare, but how do I know this penny is worth anything? How can I be sure? Hold on tight, because in just a moment, I'm going to show you how to identify whether you have one of these rare coins and how you can cash in on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. By now, you're probably imagining what it would be like to stumble upon this hidden treasure. You're thinking of the possibilities, the financial freedom, the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. But let's be clear, finding a rare 2006 no-mint mark penny isn't going to make you an instant millionaire. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but it could be the first step on your journey to financial success. But don't worry, no one's suggesting you start rifling through your kid's piggy bank. Just keep an eye on those old pennies you've got sitting around. You never know what could be hiding in plain sight. The value of a rare coin like this isn't just about its rarity. It's about finding the right buyer, someone who understands what they're looking for. This is why knowing the right time and the right place to sell is critical. Just because your penny is worth $583,000 doesn't mean you'll get that price overnight. But with the right strategy and timing, you can cash in on the booming market for rare coins. Now, here's where the urgency comes in and why you should be paying attention right now. The market for rare coins is constantly fluctuating. The longer you wait, the more you risk losing out. In the next few moments, I'm going to reveal the best ways to get your hands on an expert appraisal, how to sell your penny, and the key signs that could help you identify this coin and others like it before they get snatched up. You've learned about the 2006 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, and you've heard about its staggering value. But the next step is entirely up to you. Will you let this opportunity slip through your fingers, or will you take action and turn your discovery into a ticket to wealth? The clock is ticking, and every moment could bring you closer to finding your own rare coin. Whether it's the 2006 penny or another rare collectible, there's a world of wealth just waiting to be unlocked. So, grab your coins, take a closer look, and who knows, maybe your financial future is sitting right in front of you. And remember, sometimes the smallest things can hold the greatest value. Keep your eyes open, your mind sharp, and your future rich with possibilities.